Hello, welcome to Chapter 18 for Business Math called Accounting. This is Lesson 18.8, Assets, Liabilities, and Equity. As always, please make sure you're reading through the textbook. Look at the chapter and the lesson and the examples it's giving you in the lesson. Pay attention to, what you're doing and why you're doing it. The more you understand about what you're doing, the easier it's going to be for you to apply all of this as we move through the chapter. All right, so assets are the total of your cash, the items that you have purchased, and any money your customers owe you. So it's everything that you have, even if it's not cash in hand. Your items count as your assets, and so does money that you haven't been paid yet, but that your customers are planning or should be planning to pay to you. Liabilities are the total amount of money that you owe any creditors. So remember, it's not money that you've necessarily spent yet, but you should be planning on spending it. You owe it to your creditors. Owner's equity, net worth, or capital is the total value of assets that you own outright after you subtract your liabilities. So assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. And owner's equity equals assets minus liability. Liabilities equals assets minus owner's equity. So kind of a play on words there, using all of those different things in just a little different way. So we're using those three things over and over again, just in a different order to equal one or the other. So we're going to complete the table below and find the owner's equity. And remember, the owner's equity is the total value of assets that you own outright after you subtract your liabilities. So if we want to know owner's equity, we come up here and we're going to use this equation here. We're going to assets minus liabilities. So they already have it in the right order for us, don't they? Assets, liabilities, we're just going to subtract. And that's going to give us our owner's equity. So this one, pretty simple calculation. I'm going to definitely let you guys do that one. So hopefully you can see that pretty quickly. The next one here, it says, Dot's Dress Shop has these assets and liabilities. So it's giving us cash, inventory, equipment, supplies, building, land. These are all considered assets. Unpaid merchandise, taxes owed, real estate, loan taxes. And I'm actually going to change the color on this real quick. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I couldn't see the little toolbox. So these are liabilities. So unpaid merchandise means that we owe that to someone. Taxes owed, again, we owe that to either the state or the federal government. Real estate loan owned, so this is having to do with our loan payment for the real estate that we're using. So we simply just go through here and we total these up. So if they want to know what are our total assets, well, we just add these two columns. I don't know why we did such a big swoop there. There we go. Boop, boop. And we're going to add all of these pieces together. So make sure you add everything in these two columns. And then they want total liabilities, so we simply just add those three pieces together. And I'm just writing the word add. And then what is the owner's equity? So remember, owner's equity, and I'm going to come back up here, is assets minus liabilities. So if we know total assets and we know total liabilities, all we have to do is subtract the two. And I'll change the, whoops, don't need to mark that, change the color again. So we're just going to subtract these two, and that'll give us our owner's equity. All right, so you're going to do the exact same thing for number 7. No change at all there. They're just giving you another table with the exact same idea. You have inventory, cash, equipment, supplies, building, land. These are all assets. These are all things that build up your equity. Accounts payable, meaning something that you owe. Taxes owed, real estate loan. These are all liabilities, okay? So exact same idea here as number 6, just slightly different numbers. You'll do the same thing for number 7, where you total your assets, total your liabilities, and then subtract to find your owner's equity. All right, again, I know I didn't do a whole lot of math on this one, just kind of walked you through a lot of these steps, but I hope that helped, and I will see you in section 9.